Hey there, everyone. Hi, my name is Mitchell Coleman. I am an alcoholic, and I have your daily reflections for November 23rd, 2020. This one is titled, Hold Your Face to the Light. Believe more deeply. Hold your face to the light, even though for the moment you do not see. That comes from As Bill Sees It, page 3, and continues. One Sunday in October, during my morning meditation, I glanced out the window at the ash tree in our front yard. At once I was overwhelmed by its magnificent golden color. As I stared in awe at God's work of art, the leaves began to fall, and within minutes the branches were bare. Sadness overcame me as I thought of the winter months ahead. But just as I was reflecting on autumn's annual process, God's message came through. Like the trees, stripped of their leaves in the fall, sprouting new blossoms in the spring, I had had my compulsive, selfish ways removed by God in order for me to blossom into a sober, joyful member of AA. Thank you, God, for the changing seasons and for my ever-changing life. This is a beautiful one, and it's like I always say, I believe that's connected to how we are constantly changing. So even through these bad moments, we're changing, and it's hard to recognize it in that situation. But we're truly becoming a better person and growing, like kind of like a lizard shedding its skin, or a snake shedding its skin, whatever. We're constantly changing, and they even say that about our own skin. Humans, we're constantly changing. All the cells in our body constantly replacing themselves, so we're never quite even the same physical person as we were years ago. But mentally and spiritually, when we are in the program, we are changing, and it's going to be a constant thing for the rest of our lives. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, because we can constantly be changing for the better. And that's what we do when we learn through our mistakes. We change, and that's what we should do. We shouldn't dwell on it and waste precious time of this short life being angry with ourselves. Also, there's something from As Bill Sees It that I like. It's on page 31. In God's economy, nothing is wasted. Through failure, we learn a lesson in humility, which is probably needed, painful though it is. We did not always come closer to wisdom by reason of our virtues. Our better understanding is often rooted in the pains of our former follies. Because this has been the essence of our individual experience, it is also the essence of our experience as a fellowship. I love that. Our better understanding is often rooted in the pains of our former follies. So that's just what it is. We're learning through our lessons. And as long as we're not doing something so crazy that it's irreversible, like if we happen to kill someone, lots of things could happen. The drinking and driving stuff, I don't need to get into details, but either way, we constantly learn from our lessons, and that's how we become better people. And just like the leaves in fall, we are constantly changing, and we will spring forward again. And they also say nothing grows in the dark, so we stay open, keep our hearts open to learn, keep our hearts open to constructive criticism. Don't get angry with people. Try to replace that anger with understanding and do our personal inventories and see where we can better ourselves. And that's what it is. I also have something from the daily Stoic meditations that I like that helps me not to get too stuck into the earthly things. And this is attachments are the enemy. According to Anthony de Mello, there is one thing and one thing only that causes unhappiness. The name of that thing is attachment. Attachment to an image you have of a person. Attachment to wealth and status. Attachment to a certain place or time. Attachments to a job or to a lifestyle. All of those things are dangerous for one reason. They are outside of our treasured choice. Are outside of our reasoned choice. How long we keep them is not in our control. As Epictetus realized some 2,000 years before de Mello, our attachments are what made it so hard to accept change. Once we have them, we don't want to let go. We become slaves to maintaining the status quo. We are like the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland, running faster and faster to stay in the same place. But everything is in a constant state of change. We have certain things for a while and then lose them. The only permanent thing is prohairesis, our capacity for reasoned choice. The things we are attached to can come and go. Our choice is resilient and adaptable. The sooner we become aware of this, the better. The easier it will be to accept and adapt to what happens. Beautiful. I love it. Because it's just like it says, everything's constantly changing, so we must learn to adapt and not hold on to these attachments like this thing, this person, this place is going to be like that forever, because everything changes. And the sooner that we can accept that and have that in our minds and know ahead of time that not everything is going to stay the way we want it to be, it's just not, then we will be able to process the situations a lot better as they come. That's all I got for today. Got to get ready for work. And I love you guys, and I hope you're enjoying this month of November and you have a great holiday with your family and friends. And with that, I'll pass. See you later.